And we're on the verge of financial reform in this country. A new set of rules could change how Wall Street and others do their business. And our consumer lawyer, Eric Seidel, is here to tell us how it's going to affect us and our money. Hi.
Good morning, Russell.
So if the president signs it, what does it mean?
Well, if the president signs it, this is the first step. This is this thing we've been hearing about all along to try to curb the financial factors that led to the recession. We're talking about the banks getting out of control, the too big to fail, all that kind of stuff. This is an effort to try to put measures, blocks in front of those types of things that could happen. In fact, take a look. I put up a little list there of all the things it would do. It would create a consumer financial protection agency. That's number one. That would consolidate various bank regulators and increase the state's ability to go after nationwide banks. It'll also ban banks from speculative trading on their own accounts. It requires them also to have cash on reserve, which a lot of them didn't, and it calls for standards on who gets a mortgage. Also limits on prepayment penalties, and it would cut those kickbacks to those who arrange risky home loans. And if you remember, Russell, that was where it all started, those risky home loans that then got packaged into bonds that a lot of people invested in.
And there's one more thing.
There is, and this is actually a very pro-consumer type of thing, which a lot of people have been waiting for a while, to get your credit score for free. That would actually be packaged into this bill. Now, a lot of people get this confused. You know, you can get your free credit report, no problem. In fact, one free each year from each of the three major credit reporting agencies, but not the score. This would do that.
Oh, so this is your credit score.
This is the actual number, and the reason it's a differentiation to be made. I mean, obviously, you want to check your credit report to see if you're a victim of identity theft, but knowing your credit score, which is something else, that is the actual that's an actual consumer rating that will show you what type of loan you can get, and that you can use in a very positive way to shop for a mortgage or a car loan, that sort of stuff, knowing you can get a good rate.
Yeah. Last week we mentioned something about the ATM fees. Is that part of this as well?
Did not make it in there, Russell.
Really?
Sorry to say. We talked a lot about that, but you know, when we did that report, we kind of were hearing a lot of feedback on the Hill, and people were saying that this is not going to make it. There's too much lobbying on behalf of the banks, and they were saying that, you know, just to refresh people's memory, what the idea was that they were going to reduce the fees for an ATM transaction that is not your bank to 50 cents. You know, if you go to someone else's bank now, they can charge you $3, then your bank can charge you $3 for using the other guy's ATM. It can add up. So this way, it would have reduced it to 50 cents. Didn't make it. The banks apparently had too big a lobby.
Read this morning, okay, we got a Senate bill, we got a House bill, they have to be resolved, put together, and then they go to the president?
That is exactly how it works. They're expecting that, you know, it's in committee right now because both the House and the Senate have to merge the two bills, and then it should go to the president's desk, they're saying, by the 4th of July, and he would be very likely to sign it, I would suspect.
All right. Eric Seidel, thanks a lot.
Sure.